so much, Pat. I will. Bring her on. Bring her on. Okay, I will. Well, sprouting infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities of love and of spiritual growth. I wanted to start as a part of my spiritual growth. I've really been enriched by, as I've been embracing the Sufi tradition. And the Sufi tradition has an invocation that we begin. And for those of you who know it, would you can speak it with me? Okay. I was thinking of this one. Okay, it's toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. And I really wanted to bring that because later when I talk about the little epiphany that I had received at this retreat that we went to, it's talking about this embodiment of Master. And so I'll get to that in a little while. But each of us have a unique journey that we find as we're finding ourselves. We're finding who we are. That we end up on different paths, that as we are so unique individuals, and yet we're one. And here we are one this morning as a part of this congregation and our gathering together, and the love that we have for one another, realizing our interconnectedness, and each one of our individual selves matter. We have this, and then as we begin to find the reality of ourselves and embrace that, we begin to experience and live out our unique self, higher self, as they call it in A Course in Miracles. And when we find that way to love who we really truly are, we find our tribe and that comfortable and amazing place where we're able to thrive. And I think of this as my tribe. These are my people, my family, the family that I didn't have to grow up with, but had always longed for. It's here. And my unique spiritual self has been enriched through finding the Sufi path, and a part of what I love about it is some of the retreats that we've gone to. So at the winter retreat, what had happened was we had different spiritual practices that we do during the day. And we had kind of a vision of what is your heart's desire to accomplish at the retreat. And I was really feeling like I just really wanted to do it all and to participate and to experience each of these practices. And what I was doing was I would sleep. And so then I really started getting really down on me, and I'm going, oh, and just finding that I'm so just really discouraged, and then I get kind of, really critical, and so I'm going, and then there's this voice, which when you hear the voice of God, I'm sure that each of you have at some different part in your life, it kind of sneaks up on you at a time when you're not listening, and you can not listen to it. So I'm here just, berating myself, and I'm thinking, I didn't even know that I wanted to go to my appointment with my teacher and to say, what was going on, because it was like nothing. And I heard this still small voice, and it says, you've always been my favorite. I go, what? I mean, and then it picks up after that. There's this picture of my aunt, my sweet little Aunt Barbara, who lives in Texas, had said that to me one time. She had said, she says, you're my favorite. And she says, of course I say that to all my kids. Yeah. and I go, well, my Aunt Barbara has 6 kids. And they're all my age and older, and they have kids, and they have grandkids. So, it's a big group. And they had a family reunion that they did on a cruise ship. It was like a year or so ago. And all the kids, 6 different kids, had brightly colored t-shirts that were each in their own color, so that all of the families, the kids and grandkids and from each line had a certain color, the greens, the reds, the yellow, the purple. And on each of those t-shirts, it says, I'm Mom's favorite. I'm Grandma's favorite. I'm Auntie's favorite. And on all of the t-shirts, that was the family reunion. And I just, it was that had come to my mind through the word that God had spoken. So then, I had my appointment with the teacher. And there's these, at the retreats, you can sign up and you have a special half hour where you meet with the teacher and you're in a one-on-one. And I'm noticing that it's so precious of that time, that you're so intimate, and that of the ability that the teacher has to be so there for you, knowing your heart, knowing how to encourage you and to lead you into finding what you're wanting. And I have found that, maybe it wasn't so much of wanting to do all of the things as it was wanting to be kind to me, needing to integrate myself and be a little more kind, a little less judgmental, a little more, allow me to live, allow me to thrive, which is different than what I would do normally. And so with my goal changing, the shape of my experience was also able to be enriched. And so that time, that intimate half-hour period that he had with each person was in the same way, that I was his favorite student, in that half-hour time. And I just think I felt God loving me through him. And I think that's how God loves. I had gotten a text the other day from one of my friends, and she had said just something so beautiful and loving to me, and it was like, wow, that's how God does it. Just out of the blue, just for nothing, just for love. Just to send something just amazingly sweet and loving. I've heard it said that God doesn't have any favorites, but I think that's wrong. I think each one of us are God's favorite. I do, that he'll do anything possible to help us and to love us fully and completely with his whole heart, because each one of us is his favorite child. One of the things that our teacher had read during the times that we were together had talked about the transmission of spirit that there was, that Jesus had received from John the Baptist, that when Jesus was baptized in the river, that as he came up out of the water, that there was that he had a vision, and that the heavens had opened, and he had a vision of the Holy Spirit coming down and descending upon him as a dove, and had released this blessing and this vision, and it was the whole package of that spiritual, the anointing of the Holy Spirit. It was his awakening to that special connection that he had with God. And I thought, and here we are, sitting at the feet of our very own Master, who is channeling that spirit of guidance. In that invocation of the Sufi, we say that the spirit of guidance in boy, I blank out when I'm talking. The spirit of guidance, I know, tell me what it is. The what?
The prayer?
Yeah, in our invocation where it says united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Masters, the spirit of guidance, and that it is all of those that have gone before and all of those that are. That form the embodiment of the Master. And here we are sitting at the feet of our Master, our teacher, and who's given to us at this time here on earth, channeling through the presence of God. And at this period of time at our winter retreat. And what an incredible gift that is. And then each of us that was there takes this gift that we have been so freely given home with us, where we become the embodiment of the Master to the people that we love and the people that we serve, and doing the things that we do, each in our own unique life's manifestation, just as if we were God's favorite child, and which we are. And also as if we were our teacher's favorite student, which we are. How amazing is that, and what a treasure to go home so full and rich and treasured. So the truth is that we are all one, and we are each different. And you and I and everyone else are integral parts of the oneness of life and love. Each of us in our unique and sometimes quirky way, we are each a valuable contribution to the wholeness of the universe. So, if I was to say to you, who is God's favorite child? Who?
I am.
There were people actually that had said that when I had said, well, who is God's favorite child? And he says, me. And there are others that had never felt that they could be cared for by God, judging themselves as unworthy, and that we make separation. And I think that, we can learn to love and move into that place of expressing that as who we are, the wholeness. And so it kind of brings us to our next song with our band, which is kind of, to me, an embodiment of this God thing. We've sung it before, and so go ahead and stand if you like. We've sung it before. It's kind of easy to catch on to. It's called Breathe. I just change the words each time I read it.
When I was looking at